His ripped t-shirt didn't scream landlord to her. But then again, those trust fund kids always went around trying to look like they didn't have money.
"So what's the deal?"
he asked, looking at her with blue eyes that matched his blue tee. "What do you mean?" she asked back. "My name is Penelope." She extended her hand.
"Nolan,"
he said, shaking it firmly.
"I mean, I'm ready to sign. What do I need to do?"
"Oh, I'm not. I thought you were," Penelope stammered. "I'm ready to sign too."
"Well, it seems like we have a problem then,"
Nolan said, withdrawing his hand and holding out one of the lavender slips from the flyer.
"I was here first."
"Actually, I was," came a third, quieter, and distinctly female voice. Nolan and Penelope turned to see a petite black woman with white hair standing in the doorway. "My name is Flo Donovan, and I own this property." Penelope pushed past Nolan with the slip of paper still in her hand. "Hi, Mrs. Donovan. My name is Penelope Roman, and I'm very interested in renting your apartment."
"And I'm Nolan Elliot,"
he said, taking a step forward, shoulder to shoulder with Penelope.
"I'm also interested, and you should know that I was the first one here, so—"
Flo cut him off with a wave of her hand. "I don't care about that," she said, scrutinizing them both. "I want to know why you want the apartment." Penelope and Nolan looked at each other, each deciding who should speak first. "Mrs. Donovan," Penelope started, "I want to be an interior designer, and I've been looking for the perfect place to be inspired by and really let my creativity shine." She continued, shifting her focus to the floor. "I live with my boyfriend now, and—" Penelope drifted off, trying to think of the right words to describe her situation. "It's not ideal," was the best she could do.
"I'm a starving artist,"
Nolan said, jumping in before Penelope could elaborate.
"I'm kind of between homes at the moment, and I could really use a place like this to get back on my feet and work on my music."
Flo looked at both of them. "Okay," she said simply, reaching into her pocket.
"Okay, what?"
Nolan asked. "Okay, you can both stay. For now." Flo placed 2 sets of keys on the kitchen island. "I'll give you until December 31st to prove to me who is the most responsible tenant and who deserves to live here permanently." Flo started to walk out the door. "But it's a 1-bedroom apartment," Penelope called out. "It's a loft," Flo said, not turning back.
"How are we supposed to convince you?"
Nolan shouted at Flo's back. "That's up to you. Surprise me," she replied, flashing a smile as she shut the door behind her. Penelope and Nolan looked at each other, and then the keys on the island, and then back at each other again. Penelope weighed her options as she thought. This couldn't be a real offer, could it? Episode 2. A Ridiculous Offer. Penelope and Nolan stood looking at each other silently. Penelope replayed the conversation in her head. That Flo woman couldn't be serious, could she?
"So, this is ridiculous, right?"
Nolan said, echoing what Penelope was thinking. 100%, Penelope agreed. "I mean, we don't even know each other."
"Right. She can't expect us to both live here,"
Nolan said, nodding.
"What if you're secretly like a klepto?"
"Maybe I am," Penelope said with a smile. "Do you have good stuff to steal? Because that t-shirt doesn't look worth my time." Nolan looked down at his shirt.
"Okay, maybe I need an upgrade."
And with that, he whipped it off, revealing 6-pack abs and more tattoos up his arms. Penelope couldn't help but stare. She blinked twice.